Good morning and welcome. Right, this morning we're going to be on the BSR tape recorder. We're going to look at, hang on. This morning we're going to look at removing this and maybe do something about these brake pads because they're a bit fucked. They're only pieces of cork, or at least the tops of them are. The backs of them was something else. But never mind that for a minute. What we're going to look at first, we're going to look at, whoops, how have they done this? This is it's a 2-track head. It's supposed to be a 2-track head, it's not, it's single track, it's mono head. That's the erase head. And we only have one wire going here. But we have 2 wires going in. Well, I say 2, it's actually 1 wire split into 2. That's how they've done that. So basically, what I want to look at, cleaning the controls this morning. Take these 2 paper things, look at them, just pieces of, that's just a piece of paper. Just take them off so they don't get lost. And we'll have a look at what we're going to do to clean the controls. Oh, hang on. Put a fucking screw back in it, didn't I? There we go. There we go. Put that in there. And I put the one on the other side. Yeah, I did. Take that out. Because I wasn't going to do it today, but I decided I'm going to do it. Right. I'll tell you what. The British weather hasn't let us down, has it? It's shit. Yeah. It's laughable, isn't it? Alright, well this is actually quite a basic, as you all know. I mean, this is about as basic you can get. There we go. Let's lift this out. Now, let's put that there for a minute. Right. So what we'll do, we'll get the switch cleaner in a minute. I'll try and find a straw for it. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to rest. I'm going to pull the valves out for a second. Look at how that one was hardly held in. Got some sort of grounding strap. Let's put them out, the valves out of the way. Somebody's wrote on the valve holders which one they go in and all. Very helpful. Not that I need that, but somebody's done it. Right, now let's have a look. I don't think these fucking controls come apart. I was expecting to find a screw, so I could unscrew them, take them apart, but I don't think they come apart, to be honest. This is shittily made. Well, I don't have to worry about damaging the valves now because they're not in them. Well, they've got clips on the back. Oh yeah, and how am I supposed to get in to service them? There's nowhere to spray the cleaner in. Are they standard circlip? If they're standard circlip, I can get them off. They're not. And these are plastic. You can't get them off. Start monkeying about with them. It's gonna snap the fuckers. I wonder though, I'll tell you what I could use. I have actually got some small nuts and bolts. Got some small nuts and bolts, so I could probably get away with using another small nut and bolt if I had to, that is. But we'll see. I mean, they've made these so that this is quite possibly this could be the very first thing I've ever come across that's old. That's not going to lend itself to be serviced. Now let's see if I can find me. Let's try that. You get my little hook out, little hooker, and see if I can get the clips off. I mean, if I break them, fuck it, I break them, but let's try and get them off. Because I can't get this cleaner in, so if I snap them, I snap them. Is that metal on there? Oh, we're okay, that's metal. I thought it was plastic, no, it's metal. But we're alright, there we go. There's metal on there. I thought they were plastic. We'll just put that there a minute. Pull that off. Yeah, it's metal. Put that there a minute. Alright, get the isopropyl. The isopropyl and my cloth. Don't need the switch cleaner for these, and I got them apart without breaking them. Well, one of them. I thought they were plastic, but they're not. They are metal. So we'll give this. Basically, what I'm going to do, I'll turn it round. What I'm going to do, I'm going to clean before my isopropyl evaporates. I'm going to clean the inside of the control. It's nice inside it actually, the control's not bad. That's loose. That's supposed to be loose, yeah. Not supposed to be that tight, not precise, is it? The main one's the wiper in the middle, and that's clean. Right, so that control's nice and clean now. So, whoops. I nearly lost me fucking pin through them from the middle. Now let's put this back on. Because that goes back on and pushes against. See, it's lovely and clean inside this tone control. Even that's got no oxidation, no oxidization. Let's bend that a little bit more. and it'll give it a bit of better contact onto the control. And I think that goes in that way. Yeah, that goes in that way so that it can grip. It goes that way. Pop that back in. Right. And then the only thing is with having big fat fingers, getting your fucking fingers in. There we go. That's it. Make sure that we're right all the way up. Make sure it's in the right position. Yeah, I was right about that. There we go. Turn it back round. Whoops, we rest on the circuit board there, we don't want to do that. And get the little clip. And push our little clip back on. Let's try and get that a bit further on. I thought they were plastic. There we go. Fucking shite, aren't we, folks? Well, that shouldn't go anywhere now. No, that's pressed up against that. Make sure. Yeah, that's okay. Get the meter, if I can fucking find it. Well, first of all, we'll do the volume control. Right. The volume control come off the same way. I feel a bit more confident now. They just pop off, but looking at them, I thought they were plastic at first, they're not, the metal. But being right, oops, there we go, we're off. Put that one there for a minute. Pull this one out. I bet this is all gummed up, because this one sounds really, really terrible. It intermittently cuts out on everything. So we'll start by, well, the actual wiper itself. Look how basic that is. We can just, ouch, hold it up to the camera and show you. That's your wiper. So what we'll do, we'll bend this up a little bit, so we can get a bit more surface contact. Whoops. Don't want to lose anything. I mean, but if you do lose any bits out of these, you can actually replace them. Let's just pop that there for a minute. Let's pop it there, and that'll eclipse there, so we're okay. Now this will be the worst one, this volume control, because it was really scratchy. So we'll see what we can do about. See if any shit comes off on my fingers. Oh yeah. Give that a clean. Where's the cloth? The old trusted underpants. Yeah. give this a clean here. Right, now let's test, get the meter and test the resistance. I've not got a lot of room on here because I've got Steve's radio on here and whatnot, but and plus I'm a scruffy fucker anyway, they don't put my tools away. My other, what do you call it's in the front room, and all the other test leak probe off my meter, I need to go and get that. So let's check the wiper in the middle, I would expect that to be ground. Hang on. Well, it ain't. Connected to there though. It's not ground. The outside one is. The outside one's ground. Right, let's check the resistance. I don't know what the value should be. I'm just expecting it. I've not checked. I'm just expecting to get a reading. .16 megohm. I'd say that's about right. Should be probably about 1 megohm. Right, let's check this one. And then we'll check them for wiping then. Really I should use my AV07 meter, but it's fucking buried over there, I can't get to it. And that's the same. Right, let's connect it to the centre wiper. Check the tone control actually works. Now on that side. Nothing on that side, but they're saying that the resistor's working, so that one is. That one is. Yeah, that's okay. So I wonder why it didn't work. I might not have had a good contact. It's working now. What I'll do, I'll check these joints and stuff. I think I had a bit of a lousy contact because it's working now. Yeah. I'll tell you what I'm going to do for a second opinion. I might bring the AV07 in, but the control's been cleaned now, so I would expect it to work okay. Pop the clip on, if we can do it from behind, or just check it fucking. Yeah, it can't not go all the way, can it really? I mean, realistically. I have to turn this round to do it. I can't get my fingers in. Let's get the pliers. And just push it on with the pliers, that'll make it easier. In fact, I actually pushed it on most of the way. No, I haven't. Oops. Don't want it to break anything. Let's lift this up onto here. Oh, you bastard. off a second. So just get this clip back. And come through here. There we are. I had it the wrong way around anyway, because it has to go on so that it actually pulls the control. There we go. Make sure that we're right, we're fully there, and we're fully down there. So I want to put this on that way. It's not a very good fucking fit, that clip. That doesn't fucking fit that well at all, it used to. Let's see if I've probably fucking stretched it a little bit. Yeah, bent the clip. There we go. So push it on that way. See if it will bite. Let's use this little, use this screwdriver. There we go. That's not fucking playing ball. The other one I had no trouble with. That's been a bit of a fucking pain, to be honest. I mean, there we go. I think we might have it this time, I hope so. Yeah, we got it this time. There we are. That's loose, that. It's a lot looser than that one is. I mean, I'd like that to be a lot fucking tighter, to be perfectly honest. We're getting there. Right, well, let's get the meter on it and see what we look like. I'm tempted to get the Avo 7 on it, but I ain't got any more fucking meters. I need to get another small analog meter I can have on the bench. There we go. Take it off continuity. Now connect. Just check the resistance again. We should be bang on. Yeah, we are. Now let's check the control. Oh fuck. Right. 10 ohms there, which is right. That's working, that, folks. That's working. I don't need to check it the other way. Well, I will, since I'm at it. Oh, get it on the outside, it's easier. Spot on. Right. So that's that. Put that meter out of the way. We're gonna, oops. But take a break in a minute and make myself a cup of coffee, I think. But before I do that, where's me brushes? Where's me brushes? Let's move this crap off here. See, that's the, see, I mean, they use their head in some places. I mean, like, that's fucking metal. You know, that's probably metal. Well, I'll say, fucking hell, it is metal, probably. That's metal, so they use their head in some respects. They were just a bit thin in quality, but saying that, there's a lot of these BSR units and they're still working. I mean, you know, I think we produce record decks better than anywhere else in the world, to be honest. Where's my isopropyl gone? Well, there wasn't anything in it, but I'd like to know where the bottle is. Probably fucking disappeared. How can I lose that? Oh, it's up there. I was going to say, how can I lose that? It's a fucking bottle that tall. There it is. No, I'm not going to put any isopropyl on here because this is only dust. It'll probably dust off. Anywhere where it doesn't dust off, then I'll use isopropyl. Let's take this belt off. I can take the capstan out. Now look at all the crap coming out of this. It's seen many years this, hasn't it, folks? I'm not going to the trouble of taking the tables off and stuff. They don't need to come off because they're lubricated and everything. I'll clean that. Clean that. Yeah. Dopey bastard. Drop me brush. Alright. Anywhere where there's anything to do with contact or grease, I'll clean. And before anybody says you're not supposed to grease it, that there is grease. Grease all over it, so it is supposed to be greased. I will actually find the, what do you call it for it in a bit anyway, the lubrication chart, but I'm going to do what I know what needs to be done, and then I'll find the lubrication chart and I'll lubricate it with, like the capstan is supposed to be oiled, the tables are supposed to be oiled, all the idlers are supposed to be oiled. Well, I think I did them yesterday because one of them was dead noisy, wasn't it? So let's clean all this crap off here. One of them was dead noisy, so there we go. There we go. Yes. Yeah. Don't think these undies will be going around my ass. I was going to say again, they never have been, but looks like they're not going to be making that journey, doesn't it? I mean, I could take that off there, but that might cause a lot of undue fucking about. It doesn't need to be taken off. I mean, this is not a high value item and I'm not going to get a lot when I sell it, so, you know, I gave a £5 for it. I expect to get more than that for it, but I don't expect to get much. You know, it's not a high value unit, so clean this. Clean all the crap off, clean the top of that. Clean all this. Move that out of the way, clean that. Clean all this behind here, there we go. And that's the top capstan bearing, that's the bottom capstan bearing. Now, get some lubrication on it. Get me, where's my little brush I like to use? A little flat brush. That ain't it, it's a black one. That's the one. Get my little black flat brush, and I'm not going to do any capacitors in this, and the reason why is because there's no hums or anything, and I think the reason for that tone control not working was a fault with the tone control itself. So I'm not going to do any. Well, there's 3 electrolytics. I think there's 3 electrolytics. I'll do those. I might have those in. If I've got them in, I'll do them. If not, but if I ever sell it, then I will do them. I suppose I may as well do them anyway. Now, the filters and everything in this are all okay because there's no horrible hums or anything. No buzzing or nothing. It's all nice, and a bit of grease on here. Not too much. Little goes a long way. There we go. And they don't need to be greased, they're sprung. Bit of grease, there was a bit down along here, weren't they, for that bar to ride on. There we go. Don't know why they put grease there, that bar don't go anywhere near that. But there was that, it was there, so that's what I've done. Alright, let's get a bit just on it here. And it will, oops, move that belt out of the way. I mean, I'm replacing that belt because that one that's on it's knackered, and drop that back in there for a minute. And I super glued it together. What I did because it was broke. How's it got caught fucking behind there? Oh, very good. There we go. How's it managed that? There we go. Yeah, what happened, folks? The belt was too stretched. So what I did, I can't even see where the fucking. I think it was here. Yeah. Look at that. I super glued it together. I will never sell it to anybody like that. Definitely not. But you know, I would never send it out like that. So we want to clean the crap off the capstan and the flywheel. Look at that. That fucking hairs round it. It's like a fanny. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put a bit of oil, because this oil is very, 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 very thin. It's 3 in 1, but it's designed to come out of a spray can, only I didn't want to put it in a spray can. Because it gets everywhere. There we go. Put that there. Put the top back on, it's always good practice. Put the top back on your oil. If you don't do anything else, put the top on your oil at least. Right, drop that into there, we go. All the rubber idlers on this are all good, so I don't need to worry about doing any of them. They're all first class. And what we'll do, see, this belt doesn't do a lot of work anyway. It doesn't do a lot of work, it just basically takes up the take up, and that should be good enough now. Plenty taut that. So what we'll do next, we'll put the mechanism. This is going to be some fun. That has to go behind that because it pushes up. This is going to be something fun. you've got to line the capstan and everything up. Right, well, the capstan's lined up. And that has to go behind that. No. That's going to be a fucking issue, that, isn't it? No. Just hold that there. Give that a jiggle, it might. That's back as it should be. That ain't though, that block should sit further down because it's not meeting the bottom. Capstan's in. Let's turn this round. See, I'm not really a tape recorder guy. I don't really bother with tape recorders, but because these were cheap, I thought why not. Right, that there is the issue. That there has to come right back. Now if we get the screwdriver, if we get the little tool here, there we go. Now got spinning freely. Yeah, capstan is, but there's something not clipped in. I think it's that, that's it. The brakes are coming off and they're going on. That's it. Right, let's put the couple of screws back that hold the actual mech in place. Hang on a minute, I think we've got a wire trapped under there. Got a wire trapped under there. I just spotted a wire. Let me lift the whole unit out because I think the wire from the head block may be trapped under that. We can't have that because there's a fucking screw hole there. So we can't have that. Let's pull this up here, lift it back out, there's a wire trapped. Yeah, that one. Let's lift that back out again and feed that wire, feed them wires back down that hole. We don't want wires rubbing on anything, they're not supposed to, we don't want them rubbing on anything. And once they're far enough down I can pull them back through probably by hand. Get that one over that side, there we go. Right, so now we know that the wires, now, there we go. There we go, let's just like I say, I'm not really a tape recorder man. I mean, you know, I'm more record players and radios, but I just thought it was time that I sort of got myself acquainted with tape recorders. I've had this fucker in once, so now if I move, that's it, and that should clip, that should go there, and that moves that up and brings the brakes off. That's correct. Right, in. We appear to be. Just put a screw in it. Just put the one in it for now. The reason why I'm going to just put the one in it is because hold it all to, just hold it all together for me. There we go. Just make sure that everything's doing what it should be doing on the back side, and remind me folks to put the valves back in. There we go. Let's just lift this up. Right, well, the record switch, we'll check that first. I didn't clean that either, did I? Mind, I don't think it needs it because it doesn't crackle or anything. But, as I say, I can't find the straw for me. Right, where's the wires for coming from the heads? Right. That's... yeah, I can't see them. The wires for the raised head must be soldered. Oh no, it's here. Because that's it. Let's pull that through a little bit. There we go. Pop the valves back in. Because we don't want me forgetting the valves, do we? ECC83. Check it is an ECC83 because some people fucking replace them. They nab your ECC83 and put a fucking ECC80 fucking 2 or something daft in the bastards. Right. And as you know, now not supposed to go in that position. That's a pain in the ass. Can I not open that? Let's move that back a bit, see if I can close it round the valve. Otherwise I'm going to be yeah, I can. Otherwise I'm going to be here all fucking day trying to put a fucking valve in it. There we go. Now if I open that up, close it round the valve, there we go. Now the next one is the ECC, is it ECL, sorry? ECL 86. Which, as we all know, is the audio output. Might not get that past there. Yeah, I might have to take this one down that way. There we go, get that off there. Right, so if I line it up, it should go. Oh, I can see the pins. Oh, that one went in easy. Could see the pins. You can't on that one very well. There we go. There we go. That's pretty much that. That's pretty much all she wrote on that one, I'm afraid. Is, you know, I'm not happy with that. Oh, hey, flying screwdrivers, get it here, fucker. I'm not happy with the way that's there. I mean, it is incorrect. It is in the correct position. Everything is correct. I mean, it's just sitting proud, and I'm not happy with it. But there again, I mean, that's, see, make sure it brings everything off as it should. Just put the screws in it. I'm not happy, can't say I'm overjoyed at that. See if it jams up when I screw it down. Might not. Let's check that one. No, we're okay. I say this is part 2, there probably ain't going to be another part. Fast forward, rewind, yeah, it all works, it's smooth, it's a lot smoother than what it was. Right, let's get a bit of grease. The reason why I've not cleaned my brush is because I've got to do the top here. There we go. Wipe that shite there. There we go. Get a bit of a grease up. Right, now this side. Just a little bit oh, that's a bit much that. A little bit goes a long way. Just blow that crap off there. There we go. That's it, I'm happy with that. Right, put the cathode valve back in. The EM87. Shift them wires there behind that. Stick our EM87 back in. Give it a clean on the top, there we go. Yeah, this is going to be some fun, isn't it? Because all you need to do really with these is slide them forward to put them back in position, but with that fucking valve there you can't do that. Now let's try it like that. Now let's pull that back out. Push that forward. Let's pull that valve out. Let's bring this to where it needs to be, which is there and there. Now where's the valve holes? The valve goes in there like that, so. Well, that went in a lot easier than it fucking came out. There we go. Fucking went in a lot easier than it fucking came out. Right, let's get my wires in. I'm not going to try it without the covers on. The reason for that is because there's fucking all sorts of fucking voltages around here. But I'm fucking frightened. Cautious, there's a difference. Right, so basically, whoops, I'll make myself a cup of coffee in a minute. Put the top on. There we go. Won't screw them in yet. I'm hoping, to be honest with you folks, that the volume control is sorted, because if it's not, then it means it's a worn potentiometer, and getting one of them can be mighty difficult. Don't know whether it's on or off, it fucking doesn't say, not clearly anyway. Still a bit noisy, but there again, probably shut up as it starts working. I don't know whether we're getting any fucking sound. Oops! Smoke. Did I see smoke then? Yeah, I did. Hey! Oh, look at that, we've got smoke. Ooh. Why have we got smoke? I don't understand why we've got smoke. I haven't even done anything on the circuit. Let's have a look. No, we've got smoke. Don't understand that. Because I haven't even done anything on the circuit. Let's have a look. Right, so where was the fucking smoke coming from? Oh, the valve's popped out. That wouldn't have been it though. I wouldn't have thought. Where the fucking hell was the smoke coming? I was about to turn the... That's not it. Not there. Not there. So, looking for anything black. That resistor there is red hot. But it's not red hot, but it's hot. Yeah, I don't understand that. Got no shorts anywhere. Oops. I don't understand that. So what was causing the smoke? Ew, weird. Oh, that could have been it. Could have been that fucking touching that pin. That valve wasn't even, well, I think it was warming. I don't know whether that was warming up or not. Can't see anything hot, anything burnt. And I haven't had the board out, so I haven't shorted anything. And it's fucking difficult to get these fucking boards out as well, I think. It might, don't know. Try it again. I don't understand that. Alright. Weird. Yeah, let's put a tape on it. Might have been that valve, but might have been that. Might have just been. Oh, hang on, I would not put a fucking. Might have been that valve. It's a bit fucking weird that. Oh yeah, I hate it when you thread these. I mean, they work good, but the problem is, you get fucking so far and then it fucking leaves go the tape, and it fucking all falls in. There we go. Right. Let's put the knobs on. Don't fucking trust in case something goes fucking wrong. Used to fucking knobs on protect my fingers and get a shock or anything. Shouldn't do. The tone control works now, folks. Right, well that's all you're getting of that, I'm afraid. And the smoker's gone. So I think it was those two wires that were, those two shields that were touching the record switch. I think that's what it was, folks, because let's put our, is that the right EM87? I've got one that's a bit of a, that's Francis's daughter going up. Comes every morning to see her mum, which how it should be. I think this was the, I can't remember which EM87 came out because one of them's a bit duff. I think it was this one that come out of this. Yeah, it was. Yeah. Pull the plug out, safety first. Fuck about with it second. Pop that back back in. This is going to be some fun, getting this fucking EM84 back. There we are. Get into your fucking rubber. There we go. Right, so we're level. We've got all that done. That's all that done. Let's plug it back in. Just check the winds. Actually, that's the fucking duff valve. It's hardly fucking glowing. That was the good one. Dopey bastard. That one's hardly glowing. Let's pull the plug out. I always pull the plug out when I'm fucking about with this because you just never know. So that's the bad one. That's fucking hardly glowing. The other one was dead bright. See, they pull the plug out because the power switch is right down there. This is the correct, that's the one that was in it, I presume, I believe. We'll soon find out if we get any more smoke. Nothing. Let's see if the wires have come out. Shit. Why have we got that smoke coming out again? There's got to be something to do with that fucking EM84. Let's pull that out. EM87, sorry. But it didn't do it with this. Let's try it with none in it. Didn't do it without. I don't understand that unless there's something unless when I pull this forward, am I pulling on something? Can't see why it's supposed to sit there. Let's plug it back in and see. Could be that fucking EM84. EM87, sorry. Just stop the tape. Yeah, we've still got smoke coming out of it. Ah. That's a weird one, isn't it? Stop the video a minute because it's going to be too fucking long. Good morning, folks, and yes, we're back on the BSR CIVIC tape recorder. As you recall yesterday when I put it back together, for some unknown reason we got smoke. Anyway, I need a shave and all, look at that. Anyway, basically, what I think caused that was probably my own doing, and yes, I'm not scared to own up if I get something wrong. Basically what I did, I took the tone control apart and the volume control apart to sort them out, because the only way I could do it, because you can't get in with a cleaner. And when I put it back together, itchy ear. When I put it back together, the volume control, the little tab that runs on the wire, the little wiper that runs on the resistive, on the carbon track, that had actually fell out and dropped right down, and I think that was causing a short circuit. But every now and again it would come up, and I think that was causing a dead short, and it killed the 470 ohm resistor. Well, what I've done, I've put a 390 in, because that's the lowest I had. So I've put a 390. Sorry, that's the, well, as nearest to the value I had. I have got higher ones and I've got lower ones, but I haven't got a 470. So I put a 390 in, and I've done some capacitors. I've changed the two electrolytics. I've checked the filters and everything else. That's all okay. They can stay for now. They're all okay. So if we turn it on, give it a second to warm up.
Is just a bowl of jello, and appear more intelligent and smart.
There we go.
Stuck like a death with a thing.
And the tongue works now. Right. That's all you're getting of that, I'm afraid. But that was basically what the issue was. Anyway, we've got that sorted now, and I'm now happy that the tape recorder is now working. You know, it's sometimes happens that, you know, sometimes I've got a plug on it yet as well, because I'm using an IEC lead with the wires shoved in. Why have I just done that? I need to rewind. Oh, fuck it. I need to rewind the fucking tape to get the tape off, so I can put the fucking machine back together. Andy, sometimes you're a dopey bastard. Don't like putting my hand down there. There we go. It rewinds in fast forwards, lovely, but there was never an issue with any of the mechanism. I've just cleaned it. And we've gone a lot quieter than what we were. Now all our oil's worked its way in. The idlers have all been cleaned. And this is now ready for the case to be cleaned. It can go back together. I'm going to call this one done. No horrible smells coming from it. I don't like putting my fingers down there. There's a fucking exposed switch. I mean, these days that kind of switch probably wouldn't be allowed because of regulations, you know. But there we go. Anyway, that's. I'll give the heads another clean before I put it back together. You don't need to see me do that. I mean, if you can't clean a bloody tape head, you shouldn't be in the game in the first place, I suppose. But you know, at the end of the day, folks, you know, that's another one fixed. Thank God. This can all be put together now. I don't know what it records like because I can't find my microphone. I've got a nice old microphone. I don't know what, so, you know, I'll have to check the record, but I'm going to put it back together regardless. Because, you know, I can't see why it wouldn't record. I mean, you know, I can't see why it wouldn't. I mean, there's nothing in there. Everything appears to be working. I've checked the bias transformer. I've checked the erase transformer. Yeah, I've checked the bias transformer. I've checked the erase transformer. You know, I've checked all that, and it could really do with a new belt on here because this one has been been shortened and super glued together. But I'm not going to worry about that. If I decide to sell the tape recorder, then I'll go to the trouble of putting a new belt in it. But for my own personal use, I'm not going to go down that road. Anyway folks, I'm going to put this back together and I'll join you in a minute when it's done. Right, well we're back folks, and I've got the tape recorder all back together now. Everything's working, and if I press play, or push play should I say, there we go. The tone works now. There we go. It winds and it rewinds. Anyway, and it should record. It goes into record. I've not got a mic to test it, unfortunately. I've not got anything else knocking about either. Anyway, based on the fact that we've got it done, just that it was just that what do you call it that was causing the problem. That 470 ohm resistor, it had gone way up in value because it had smoked, and I think the smoke was caused by a direct short of the volume control. Because I can't think of anything else what would have done it. Because like I say, when I stripped that, I didn't touch any of the electronics because it was all working apart from the volume control. So the volume control was the only thing I touched. Oh, and the tone control. They would, you know, it was just them two controls that were iffy. So I couldn't understand why, when I put it back together, the damn thing started frigging smoking. You know, I just couldn't work that out at all. But anyway, luckily it didn't damage any valves. It sent the 470k up in value to about 40. Went from 470 ohms, sorry, to just below 500k. Or was it 5k? One of the bloody two. Anyway, it'd gone right up. So the smallest, well, the nearest I had to 470 was a 390. So I popped a 390 in. And if anything, it'd probably make it go a little bit louder, because I'm not on the I'm not on the what do you call it? I'm not reaching the voltage limits for the valve, so we're okay there. All the components I've put in. I've replaced two electrolytics, 100 mic one and a what was the other one? 50 mic. Plessy electrolytics, them fucking red and black things. Replace those. I've left everything else well alone because there's no hums or anything. I've done a lot of testing. Obviously trying to locate the bloody problem basically. But it turned out to be the I replaced the 470 last night. I put that 390 in last night before I went to bed. I tried it, still got no volume, and this morning I thought, well, the only other area I've looked at really is the volume control. So I thought, well, why not? So I checked the volume control, and the wiper had come out of the little groove that it sits in. So I'll put the wiper back in and put everything in a bit tighter, and it's all good now. It's all working. Right folks, thank you very much for watching, but keep your eyes peeled for this Marconiphone radio, the Bush pardon me, the Bush radiogram, and the HMV tape recorder recap. I've got to order caps for that, so you know that's basically working, but has an issue with the tone. It goes low and distorted, as you know, when it's turned down, when the tone's turned for maximum treble effect. It obviously the capacitor that deals with that has gone a bit iffy, so we need to address that problem. But we'll address that as and when we get the parts in. Thought I could hear something crackling then. Anyway, I'm going to listen to this and see how it goes. Thank you all for watching, folks, and more to come later. Bye for now.